After some turning out today, I have got my hands on some of the things I've been looking for, but of course not the specific things I've been looking for. Well, if that makes any sense. I do have the 18 pages on benzodiazepine withdrawal syndrome, which, as I said, was going to be my third book anyway, so it's still my testimony on what it's done to me and to my life. And I know very well what it's done to a great many other people, because I used to belong to self-help tranks groups, various and assorted, until, of course, the doctors took them over and watered them down. And watered down, in fact, took off the market everything that they were saying. Right, so I did say, unless you're already on them, in which case do not stop taking them, unless you want to do it very, very gradually and under the supervision of people who know what they're doing, which is not the doctors. Sorry, it's not the doctors. Try tranquilizer addicts who've actually come off successfully. And only them. The drugs to avoid taking in the first place, let's say not to stop taking once you started. It's probably too late by then. Crikey, some of the names are pretty unpronounceable, but let's try the easy ones. Nitrazepam, oxazepam, medazepam, lorazepam, loprazolam, oh my goodness, clonazepam, diazepam, clobazam, midazolam, fluazepam, triazolam, lomatazepam, flunitrazepam, bromazepam, prazepam, alprazolam, ketazolam, halazepam, temazepam. I have missed out a few because I'm too tired to pronounce them. Isn't that bad? Right, so those are some of the drugs. Oh, and of course it does include the Z drugs. Zopiclone, Zimavane, which was the one that a shrink tried to pass off to me in 1995 as practically herbal. Has the same effects and the addictive properties as the benzodiazepines I've just listed. Don't take it, unless you've already started. In which case you're in a bit of trouble, but turn to the experts, which is the people who've come off successfully, as I said. Not the doctors. They don't know what they're talking about, ever. I've never yet met a doctor who knew what he was talking about in relation to diazepam withdrawal. And that is because they are generalists, they are not specialists. They know a little bit about a lot of things, they don't know much about one specific thing. And that, I'm sorry, is the truth. It does mention, of course, interactions with other drugs. Depression and agoraphobia on withdrawal can be overcome with help. Well, yeah, I don't want to be too depressing on this one, because if anyone listens to this at all, they may be already in trouble with them. But I'm not going to tell lies. Right, I found something really interesting right at the end there, which was about their interactions with, specifically their interactions with antibiotics, and which might be safe to take with them and which would not. Oh, blast. See, I used to mark pages before, say, writing an essay, and I don't do it when I'm yattering on videos. Yeah, every individual has his / her own personal pattern of withdrawal symptoms. These differ in type, quality, severity, time course, duration, and many other features. So you've got to do it your way. So actually, I'll revise what I said just now. Don't rely on the doctors. They don't know what they're doing. They have no idea of the severity of tranquilizer withdrawal, or at least they pretend they don't. And they ignore your withdrawal symptoms. And they carry on cutting you down no matter how bad things are for you. And of course you don't have any say in it. That's the main thing. Unless you're prepared to go out and buy it on the black market. Which was suggested to me at one time, and I considered it, and then I thought, but I shall be doing this for the rest of my life and risking arrest. I didn't take Serotyde for ages after I should have taken it. After I actually was diagnosed with COPD, I was given Serotyde. One of the first things I read was that once you started taking it, you cannot stop. And I thought, well, that's just great, because what's to stop the doctor doing exactly what he does with tranquilizers and saying, I'm stopping that now? And they have actually just done that to me, by the way. So I was right to be afraid to take it. What it's done to my lungs not taking it, and then, as I now find, having a starting dose that was massive, I have no idea. But I suspect I shall find out in the very near future. I really don't expect to see the end of this year, although I'm talking. Oh, bother. Well, anyway, here's what you need to get your hands on if you are on any of those drugs. Can it be seen? I never know for sure. Information. Not information from doctors. They will not give you the correct information. Ever. I've never found one yet who will give you the correct information. Mostly because they can't. And I've known two self-styled experts who didn't know anything about it either. And if they'd been experts, they wouldn't have been NHS doctors. Because NHS doctors are generalists, they are not specialists. Just more lies and lies and lies. Yeah. I wish it was the actual benzodiazepine withdrawal syndrome stuff. I thought I've got my hands on it. I have seen it recently, and I will find it. I will find it in the very near future.